from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, baddest one.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly if he frequently knock down that shot.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
Pacers are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
Well, for Indiana, they've really wasted no time. I mean, they've already shown themselves to be in mid-season form, and you expect that from a team of this caliber.
Yeah, they're a team to be reckoned with, among the very best the league has to offer, and they know it. They play with a lot of confidence.
Now here's Anthony. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. That's good. Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
J.R. Smith, last season's sixth man of the year, averaging 18 points per game off the bench for the Knicks. What a fantastic season.
Fisher gets the nod, and this is the first time hearing his name called in the starting lineup.
You know, with this being the first start of his NBA career, the pressure gets ratcheted up a little bit. The team just is hoping that he contributes, but you never know with a rookie.
But it isn't like he hasn't had pressure on him already. I mean, he was a first-round pick, and that always comes with a heavy burden. So far, I think he's handled everything that's been thrown at him pretty well. Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
On defense, Indiana. It's a three-point game. And for J.R. Smith, the New Jersey native, right at home, Clark playing for the Knicks.
And you knew he had the talent to be special. He just had to put it all together and had a big season. The first player since '90 to come off the bench and score 30 or more in 3 straight games, Kevin. He's simply a bucket maker.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. We talked about Amari Stoudemire and what he brings to the table as an opponent. The one thing Coach was most impressed with was how physically gifted he is as a big man, saying, you see him get up and down the floor out there, he moves like a guy half his size. He's just a freak of nature.
Thank you, Doris. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the night.
You know, after losing Jeremy Lin going into last season, guys, I think some fans were concerned that the team might slip back to isolation basketball and their offense would stagnate, but instead they flourished as a three-point shooting team.
Here's Fisher, who's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago.
And defensively, he was all over the court, forcing turnovers, putting a ton of pressure on the ball.
Lost a screen on Felton. Fisher dishes to West. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Fisher's got 3 assists tonight. And back to the Knicks personnel moves. You got to give them a lot of credit going out and finding shooters, defenders, and speed playmakers to surround their star players with.
Yeah, they ended up with Bargnani, putting him at the kind of a shooting 4 spot, adding another 3-point threat. Now, the Knicks are always going to be aggressive personnel-wise. This was already a good team, second-best record in the East. But they're looking to get better. And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Well, Indiana's success last season was built around its defensive prowess, and they usually would set the tone at the start of the game. They were one of the best in the league at allowing the fewest first-quarter points.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Felton the pass to Smith. The dish to Stoudemire. Stoudemire, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Smith against George. And it's Smith missing. Going back to the Pacers once more, you knew they wanted to emphasize defense each game, and Steve, they would always come out and get right in the offensive player's face to start the game.
And they allowed the fewest first quarter points of any team in the league last year, Kevin. That's a great way to kind of set the tempo, set the tone in a ball game. And the Pacers were able to establish that defense right away.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Granger kicks to Fisher. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. An opportunity here to bring up a list of players that have been carrying their teams offensively for the last 10 games. The highest scoring small forwards in the league. Third is Carmelo Anthony. Number 4, Danny Granger.
You know, a lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Steve, I'd say more than pretty good. Those are the guys that give opposing defenses nightmares on a regular basis.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Fisher. Felton with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Stoudemire dishes to Carmelo. Martin. It's good on the putback. Martin's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, I'm impressed with the determination he showed right there, getting himself in a good position under the glass. Did his work early there.
Yeah, with the presence of mind, know just where the rebound was going to go to.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in. That was beautiful.
Here's Fisher. Back to Hibbert. Gets the bucket. Hibbert's got 7.
You know, when he gets the ball that close to the basket, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Well, the defense has to battle him down there and keep him out of position in the first place. Do your work early.
Now, here's Felton. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Smith. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll. What's interesting for me to watch with Mike Woodson as head coach in New York is the exciting floor spacing offense they started playing last season. In Atlanta, he'd been known for a grinded out isolation play style, but has actually tweaked his approach a little bit, and that's been impressive. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here's Smith. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And back to Mike Woodson, not a flashier, high-maintenance type of personality. He keeps it on the level, and I think, Steve, the players appreciate that.
Players definitely like that. He's very quiet on the sidelines, but not afraid to get in your face when necessary. And I think that's a really good temperament for a coach to have. In general, I think he's a guy who is very well respected around the league and did an excellent job with New York a season ago.
Here's Felton. Here's Shumpert. The shot is off. Granger with the defensive effort. Here's Fisher. That's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
Well, it's not often you find a player like Paul George who, as tall as he is, can play 2 guard. But when you do, you're going to see some really big numbers in rebounding from him. And that's what George does. He wants to average double-digit rebounds.
Oh, he's explosive, Kevin. I mean, a lot of time, all it takes is a basket or 2 to really get his motor running. And suddenly, he becomes almost impossible to handle.
And something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do the sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defy description at times.
And Clark, you mentioned the height of Paul George. 6'8" when he was drafted. He actually grew to 6'10" in his rookie season, Steve. So he's a young guy that's continuing to grow both on the floor and physically.
Yeah, he may be 7'2" by his 4th year. I'll tell you, though, he gives you power forward size and rebounding with guard skills. It's easy to see why the Pacers are so excited about him.
Does he remind you of anybody in particular?
A bit like Scottie Pippen, you know, early in his career. Maybe not quite as strong as Scottie, but a similar skill set.
Interesting. Now here's Felton. Following the miss by Luis Scola. Felton kicks to Anthony. Right through the knee for the layup. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Felton against Fisher. Granger. Dishes to Scola. 18 feet out. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Scola's got his first points of the night.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That's his first foul. Bargnani against Granger. Bargnani passes to Felton. Back to Bargnani. And stolen by Fisher. Now the Pacers moving it up. The guards, Ray Felton and J.R. Smith. Mello and Bargnani at the 3 and 4. And it's Whiteside in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one. Well, I tell you what, the Pacers did a lot of good things last year. Defended well, protected the rim and their home court. And really, the one area for improvement is probably the road record. They could get better in that area.
Well, Clark, as you said, the Pacers didn't play as well as they had hoped to on the road for a team that won the division. They were 19 and 21 away from Indianapolis, and Steve, not the kind of record they wanted to end with.
No, but if you're around 500 then you can control your home court, you're going to have a good season. And that's exactly what Indiana did. They ended up with the 3rd seed in the East, and all in all, a terrific year.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Andrea Bargnani, the #1 overall pick back in 2006, but he hasn't been a star caliber player in the NBA. Injuries have played a role, certainly, but his defense and rebounding have been the biggest problems. A former coach of his with the Raptors said it just didn't seem like he had enough passion for the game, that it wasn't important enough to him. Some pretty harsh words, but guys, sometimes for 7-footers, the game finds them. And defense and rebounding, certainly not the glamorous parts of this game. Kevin will see if he ever realizes his potential.
And hope for the best. Thanks, Doris. Felton against Fisher. Felton dishes to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. And that's 15 points for J.R. Smith. Just a screen on Felton. Fisher against Felton. Watson kicks to George. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Now, here's Felton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Bargnani kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 2. Moves back up, and it's good on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 18.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Indiana. Hill comes in for C.J. Watson. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Bulls.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
You know, I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just lifeless. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly.
Scola, no up.
I like the work there, contesting that shot. It looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Here's Tyler. The shot from the low post is good. Tyler's got his first bucket of the night.
One of the bright young head coaching stars in the league, Frank Vogel, took over the Pacers on an interim basis 3 seasons ago, and immediately paid dividends. They had a strong finish to that season and his first season in a competitive first-round series against Chicago, and that success has continued to build and grow, and Frank Vogel deserves a lot of the credit.
New York leading by 18. Outside, Felton. Feeds it to Smith. Hill pulls it in. And Coach Vogel, the second youngest coach in the NBA last season, but he'd been working in the NBA for 15 years, Steve, prior to that, prior to becoming a head coach.
Yeah, 5 years as a video coordinator, a couple seasons as an advanced scout, and then 8 years on the bench as an assistant. So he's definitely paid his dues and learned a lot on his way up the ladder.
New York's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Felton the pass to Chandler. The shot no good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And you know, guys, this is a basketball team that they faced in the conference semis last year and won that series. So there's some emotion here tonight. You can feel it out on the floor.
Felton against Fisher. Felton goes in, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Knicks out front, up by 16. And it's time now for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll be back shortly to get the second half underway.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's a blowout underway in New York. Let's break it down for you. I'm Damon Bruce. The Knicks are on a tear right now. The season just getting started. They're looking to get on the winning side of 500. J.R. Smith scoring with ease against this Pacers D. Always a threat to go off in any given game, and he hasn't disappointed. For the Pacers, a different story to be told. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. Baddest one certainly playing well so far. He's got 4 points and has also chipped in with a few steals. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with a call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. It's been a clinic from Smith.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. George and Granger on the perimeter. Down low, West and Hibbert, and it's Fisher in at the point. He hits the second from the line.
Guys, it was no secret that last season the Knicks were really a perimeter-oriented team. They had some solid inside players, but basically those inside guys were there to set screens and defend and rebound. It was up to Melo and the other perimeter guys to carry the offense.
Mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Hibbert with a screen on Felton. Fisher dishes to Hibbert. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. Well, Clark, back to what you said last year about the Knicks. Last in points in the paint. Only about a third of their points inside. Very little around the basket, Steve. It became an issue at times.
Well, it was an interesting group, Kevin. So many shooters. Carmelo really represented their only low post threat. Even Tyson Chandler and his baskets were mostly offensive putbacks. So it was almost small ball all season long, but it was very interesting to watch.
Hibbert with a screen on Felton. Fisher against Felton. And George kicks to Granger. West. Granger with the screen for West. A baseline J. Cut the bucket. West has got 8 points.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Well, you got to love the season from David West last year, coming off the ACL tear back in 2011. I think he's completely back as far as that injury is concerned. He was so good last year, particularly in the playoffs.
Here's Fisher. Knicks with the rebound. Anthony's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
And, you know, for the Wizards, that's a game they'd really like to have.
Here's Stoudemire. From down in the low post, it goes. Stoudemire's got 4 points this quarter.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Hibbert with a screen on Felton. Here's Fisher. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And David West, Clark, the locker room leader for the Pacers last season, helped lead them all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and a guy I know that you greatly admire.
Oh, my goodness. Love the way he does his work. I call him Real Deal 21. There's nothing fluffy about what he gets done, and he's so smart and so savvy in how he approaches the game, and really a lion in the locker room for the Pacers. That's why that team was so tough in many ways, particularly defensively.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, guys, baddest one in the last outing against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He finished with 13 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance, Clark, here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he could possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogghian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
But let's just say he was really good.
Nice to screen on Felton. Fisher, the pass to West. Knicks with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
And they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Stoudemire outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Felton. From deep. Kept alive. Martin. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
A top-notch offensive rebounder. Clark, it seems like he's always around the ball.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. One of those guys you got to find when the shot goes up. Get your body on him or he'll embarrass you.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, for a long time for the New York fans, going to see a Knicks game was an exercise in masochism, but they've turned it around in a big way, and now this is a tough place to play for a road team.
Stoudemire with the ball. Picked up by Hibbert. And here's Anthony from the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got his 3rd rebound on the night. George gets a screen from West. And George kicks it to West. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. West has got 12 in the game. And Clark, that's what winning's going to do for you. The Knicks had the 2nd best home record in the East last season as they won 31 games here.
Well, you know, Kevin, there's so much mystique here in this building. I mean, everybody loves to play in New York. It's the mecca for basketball in this country. And when NBA players come into New York, they can't wait to play against this Knicks team. And the Knicks, they want to defend their home floor. They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Outside, Felton. Takes the lead pass. They get it again. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Knicks lead by 15. And here's Fisher. He's got 9. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Fisher's got 11 points.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Fisher's running, and that is good. 8 points for Luis Scola.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Felton dishes to Bargnani. He kicks it to Shumpert. Three-pointer. That's good. 12 points for him.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Scola, a screen on Felton. And Fisher kicks to Granger. Pass to Fisher. Picked by West. On the wing, Hill. The three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Granger gets a screen from Fisher, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That is his first foul of the game. Hill is checked in for David West. Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league. These are this season's steals leaders at small forward. Danny Granger on top.
Well, with the kind of defense he plays, he really gives his team someone to lean on at that end of the floor.
Yeah, he takes a lot of pressure off the big guys because he can thwart penetration just with his active hands. I mean, his feet are good, but it's the active hands that dissuade passes inside.
Fisher with the ball. Now Felton defending. Granger with the ball. Tyler on him. Fisher can't hit.
Well, what a year for Melo. He just started so hot and he kept it going throughout last season. Led the league in scoring and I think really became the superstar that he seemed destined to become.
Good. Tyler's got his second ball.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Fisher up top. He's covered by Felton. Fisher, the pass to Scola. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Going back to Carmelo, the superstar. Last season, his jersey sales jumped to first, Clark, in the entire NBA.
Seems like a good fit for him in New York. I mean, his star has been magnified there, but it's due to his play. I mean, he embraces the expectations. When you think back to that game in April where he dropped 50 on the Heat, I think he's playing some of the best basketball of his career.
Scola, a screen on Shumpert. Fisher dishes to Hill. Rejected by Shumpert. Anthony kicks to Felton. Chandler down low. Scola's there. Count that one. And the Knicks lead by 18. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Well, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points. There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Outside Anthony. There's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Granger, a screen on Felton. And Fisher kicks to Hill. Again, missing Hill.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Chandler with a screen for Shumpert. Pass to Felton. Here's Tyler. The shot is off. Granger with the defensive effort. Fisher, the pass to Hill. Fisher with the ball. Now guarded by Shumpert. Shumpert against Fisher. And it's blocked by Tyler. Outside, Felton. On the wing, Shumpert. Leads him in there.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, but he pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
And Fisher kicks to Granger. He passes to Fisher. Granger, a screen on Felton. He feeds it to Hill. For the three, that's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. 8 points for Hill.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anthony, he's guarded by Hill. Fires from 14, and again it's New York.
The turnaround jumper, that was a thing of beauty.
Pacers trail by 19. Now Fisher, he's got 11. The kick out to Hill, takes the three, and Indiana, another three.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Here's Felton, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Knicks lead by 18.
This Friday, November 22nd, Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics. Don't miss out.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. The guards, Ray Felton and J.R. Smith. Anthony and Stoudemire make up the forwards. And it's Martin in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now.
He's a natural scorer. It's that simple. Supreme confidence offensively. Can beat you from the three-point line. He can get you going to the hole. Offensive putbacks. Beautiful mid-range game as well.
And he's not a standstill shooter only. I mean, he's a terrific ball handler. He's able to create space, has deceptive strength. And you talk about degree of difficulty shots, he can make those in spades. I mean, he can stop on a dime and knock it down, and he's got the full arsenal offensively.
Felton dishes to Stoudemire. Kicks to Carmelo. Pacers with the rebound. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Fisher with the ball. Now Stoudemire defending. Picked by West. Fisher, the pass to West. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. 14 points for David West.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy do. Very, very well done.
Felton kicks to Stoudemire. Back to Felton. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. The Knicks leading by 17. 5 to shoot. Smith off a bit from Martin. Felton sets a screen for Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a chance now to check out the schedule for Indiana. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. West a screen on Felton. Fisher dishes to West. That's good. West has got 4 this quarter.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Martin with the screen for Anthony. Outside, Felton. He's covered by Fisher. Outside, Felton. Lock at 6. Anthony. That's tipped. Anthony drawing the double team. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And in the 2011-2012 season, Melo had a down year from behind the arc. shot a career low, but he bounced back last year, guys. Definitely made him a more dynamic offensive threat, knocking down threes at a much better clip.
Danny Granger is checked in for Indiana. Hibbert with a screen on Felton. Fisher, the pass to Hibbert, gets it to go. Hibbert's got 19 points.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulder. He's been tremendous offensively.
And for Carmelo Anthony last season, by far a career high in three-pointers attempted.
Well, he's capable of making shots from out there for sure. This was really a big part of the strategy for the Knicks offense. They wanted to spread the floor with him at that power forward spot. And if he had a bigger player guarding him, he could either take him outside for those threes or use his quickness to go right around him.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Really poor decision on that pass.
Here's Felton. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Yeah, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Hibbert with a screen on Felton. Outside for George. Fires from deep. Danny Granger, the bucket on the assist by George. That's 7 points for Danny Granger.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Gets it to go. And that's 13 points for baddest one.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
Felton goes in. Left side, Martin. Back to Felton. 6 to shoot. Fades and shoots. Offensive rebound. Martin kicks to Anthony. Felton with the ball. George picks him up. New York moving the ball around. Smith for three. Can't get it to go. So Indiana will take it the other way. Fisher dishes to West. Fires for three. Granger misses.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Felton off the pick from Anthony. Felton kicks to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 4th assist in this one. Pacers trail by 15. Hibbert with a screen on Felton. Here's Fisher. And Stoudemire pulls it down. Stoudemire's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smith outside. Felton sets a screen for Smith. Back to Felton. Shot clock at 6. Anthony. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Melo having a terrific game. 22 points and 4 assists as well.
Well, he's dominated this game. Not only has he gotten to the free throw line with his aggressiveness, but he's gotten open shots for his teammates as well.
Well, those are the 2 most fundamental areas of the game, guys.
Granger outside. Now the pass to Fisher. West a screen on Felton. Here's Fisher outside for George. Passes to Granger. The feed now to Fisher. Hibbert with a screen on Smith. Here's Fisher. Off the left rim and out.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
It's Anthony with the drive. And the Knicks miss again. Pacers trail by 17. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Granger outside. Sinks the triple.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Felton against Fisher. Here's Felton. Shoots it. And the Knicks miss again. Fisher with the ball. Granger outside. Offline with his three.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Nice shot by Felton. Felton's got 4 points in the quarter.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. He's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Here's Hibbert, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Really an extraordinary game for Roy Hibbert. 19 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, and that's something that's important for him and his team. Getting a few extra points, knocking those free throws down, and helping your team any way you can.
And Hibbert hits them both. New York leading by 14. New York calls timeout.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Mike Woodson was giving to his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
And Fisher kicks it to West. Tries again, and George finishes inside.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
New York's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Felton sets a screen for Smith. The rebound by Paul George.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. The guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Boy, they're making it look easy here. I mean, they're just automatic from the line.
Felton kicks to Smith. The dish to Carmelo. Ranger covering. Baseline try. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. And that'll be his third foul so far. Pacers trail by 9. Here's Fisher. And again, it's Indiana.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
He dishes it to Smith. Back to Felton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Fisher, the pass to George. Ranger. From outside, off the mark.
You know, they've been outstanding on the boards, and it's a big reason why they've got a lead. Doing the dirty work down low.
Yeah, and Clark, you know, rebounding's a team effort. Everybody's boxing out. Everyone is accountable. They're doing a nice job collectively.
Clock at 6. Stoudemire outside. That one's off. Still out of sync. Pacers trail by 7. Kicks it out to Granger. No good from outside.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Felton attacking. Back to Stoudemire. Dishes it to Felton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That's his 5th foul. Anthony backing him down. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Here's Felton. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 9.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style. A beat down the entire way. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra. Well, at this stage, you might as well have a seat and get off the floor. They've got no chance in this one.
So both teams making some changes here. So it's New York picking up the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Coach singled you out tonight as having a great game in the loss. Does it help to know that your solid performance didn't go unnoticed even though the team couldn't pull out the win?
It's nice to hear that Coach thought I played well. It's a little bit of a silver lining, I guess, in what was otherwise a pretty frustrating loss. Coach has been doing this kind of thing for a while, though. He knows when it's the right time to praise somebody or get on them for something. And I guess he thought in this case a little positive feedback was warranted. So, yeah, I appreciate the comment. I just hope next time it can come after a win.